page.
It's page. It's page. It's page. It's page. It's page.
Peace, family. I'm Paige Anderson. I'm here with a new video. This one's going to be on the Roland Verselab MV1. Today, we're going to be working in pad mode, focusing on note, chord function, and scales. Let's get into it. All right. So first things first, once you start the Roland Verselab up, it's going to be in song mode. Go ahead to sequence mode. Once you're in sequence mode, you can now start working. In my case, because this is just a tutorial, I'm going to go ahead to section 16 where I have already chosen sounds for the tracks. And if you are new to using the Roland Verselab and you don't know how to put sounds on the track pads, I'm going to show you right now. Go ahead and choose a trackpad. In my case, I'm just going to choose the bass trackpad. I'm going to press the value knob in once, twice, and then I'm going to turn it to the subcategory that I want to use. Let's use synth brass. I'm going to press the value knob in once. I'm going to... I'll just take that sound. Once you choose the sound that you like. Okay, so I'm going to choose that sound. And once you've chosen the sound that you want, go ahead and hit the value knob in. And that lets the Verselab know that you want that sound on that track. So if I move over here, I got sugar saws. And over here, I have auto repeat brass. All right. Now that we've crossed over that bridge, let's get into the reason for the video. Typically, I will use a keyboard controller when I'm using the Verselab, but lately I've become lazy and I don't like to hook all that crap up. So I'm making this video for people who may not have a controller and can only use the pads, and also for people who are kind of lazy like me sometimes and just want to use the pads because you don't want to hook nothing else up. So let's get into it. Let me do some house cleaning first, though. I'm just gonna act like I'm not doing this, okay? Okay, so now that we are in our note function, we can go to track pad number 2. In my case, I have a piano here because I'm going to play some chords for you. Now, in the chromatic mode, you can play chords and melodies. I'm not going to do any melodies because I didn't work anything out, but I will show you some chords that I created there. I have my fingers on 1, 4, 8, and 11. That's a pretty 7 chord. I have my finger on 3, 6, 8, and 11. That's the second chord in that progression. And then I have my fingers on 2, 6, 9, and 13. And then I go back to 3, 6, 8, and 11. All right. In chromatic mode, you can find the chords that will work in whatever scale you're in. It's just you're going to be in chromatic mode. And for me, this is C chromatic. Let's see. Hit to find out what key you're in and what scale you're using. Press edit and note. You can see I'm in the chromatic mode for my scale. And if I turn left 1, I'm in the key of C. All right. You can change the key by pressing the value knob in and turning to whatever key you want. All right, so you go from F sharp to G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, and F sharp, and that's it. So if you need to be in G sharp, then you're going to have to go back. R and G, you just go to the left. But let's go back to C. All right, we're going to press our value knob in. Bam. Chromatic is all the notes, all the black and white keys. And if you notice when I did this, you can see, look, I'm holding down 1, I skip 2, 3, and I hold down 4. I skip 5, 6, 7, and I hold down 8. I skip 9, 10, 11, 9 and 10, and I hold down 11. And that's just how you build chords. If you were using black and white keys, you would do the same thing. And then same thing here. Okay. But there's an easier way to do this. Okay, so let's press the value knob in 1 and then turn it to the right twice. I want to sing out the major scale to you because you're familiar with that one. You've heard it your whole life. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Right? Well, now that I put that one in your head, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know music, so this is for people who don't know music. This is for people like my nephew, LJ, who is brand new to music. When you turn back to the minor scale and press the value knob in so that it locks itself there, you have now flattened the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7 on this scale. So it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And when I say me, lay, and te, my mouth already flattens that note just because I'm flattening my tongue to do that. And in this minor key is typically where you find a lot of R&B. You find a lot of trap and, the music that you're used to listening to in minor keys. Right now, I'm in the key of C minor. I can create chords in this key, relatively simple, by doing this. All right, so I have 4, 8, 6, and 10. I'm going to move 6 and 10 to 5 and 9. I'm going to move 4 and 8 to 3 and 7. I'm going to move 5 and 9 down to 1 and 5. Okay, so now that's my progression. Look. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. All right. If I wanted to do a bridge, I just take my 2 fingers on both hands and do this. 8, 12, 6, and 10. 11, 7, 9, and 5. Then back again. I can add a lead note. Oh, that was the wrong chord. So, there's the chord I needed. And then back up here. And then go back to the first chord of my progression. To the bridge, go. 2, 3, 4. So I'm not going to show you chords. I'm just going to tell you, play around with it. Touch 2, 3, 4 notes and play around with it. And you'll find chords that will work for you. And once you get a progression going, track it. Once you track that progression, then you can go to a lead line. Exit out of there, because I got a lead sound here. And then you can, in the same scale, you can just mess around with the notes and don't just, play with it. And like I told you, you can't hit a bad note, but you can hit the wrong one. So, play with it. Don't be afraid of the unit. Get into it, dig into it, and discover yourself in it. If you're following me, you might do a lot of things that I'm doing, but even still, you'll be discovering yourself by learning how to be aggressive with the machine. Because everything that you do on here is going to sound like magic. Let me see something here. I'm not going to do that. But I've taken you through this much of this. And now I want you to go back through the video and make sure you know all the buttons to press to get to where you want to go. And then I want you to turn the video off and start to experiment with the Roland Verselab MV1. You know how to put drum parts in, and now you know how to maneuver making chords. Just try things. Just try things. Try as many finger combinations that you can come up with to find chords to create a song. All right? So I want you to get into this and work on your masterpiece. And anything that you come up with and you want me to hear it, go ahead and send it to me at paigeanderson@gmail.com. Right. Now, you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.
It's Paige.
It's Paige.
It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige. It's Paige.